Hey, I'm Ola Ray, and I'm hanging out with the AM Caffeine Show. Yay.
Get your morning started the right way with the AM Caffeine Morning Show.
AM Caffeine Show. AM Caffeine Show, what up? It's your boy DOC.
It's your girl Marlo J.
DJ Young Free.
And Smooth D.
Oh, the whole crew's in the building. What's going on? I think because of the special guest that we have today, that's the reason everybody's here. Everybody's on time. So we're going to get right into it. Anything you guys want to say? Anything before we get... Because this guest today...
somebody special.
Oh, my God. All right.
Okay.
Especially special.
That's so embarrassing.
It's show tunes. She's doing show tunes.
So she's doing show tunes?
Show tunes.
There's nobody exactly like me.
Oh my gosh. All right, so let me tell you what's going on today on this Way Back Wednesday show. I don't even know where to start, dude. Anyone that knows me knows that how I feel about some damn Michael Jackson, right?
You love Michael.
Man, hey, I love some damn Michael Jackson. You've been to my house, Smooth D. I collect Michael Jackson stuff, dolls and posters and all that, right?
You low-key dressed like him right now.
That was exactly. And there's a reason why I have this on. It's not for Eddie Murphy Delirious. It's not for Eddie Murphy Delirious.
No, because you don't have the pants, too. You have to have the pants, too, to do that.
Here's the thing. I was going to wear the matching pants, but they were a little... I might have got a yeast infection. It was a little tight. So I left those at home. I left those at home.
Why do I feel so low?
So
wait. I'm happy that you said that because men too
can get yeast infection. Yeah.
Oh, I never heard that.
Yeah. That left scrotum was struggling, so I was like, you know what? Let me leave. Let me leave the leather pants at home.
It went for me.
So today, special guest.
Yeah.
I would have to say by far. One of the, I'm not going to say one. I'm going to say the dopest video ever made. The dopest music video ever made. Like, we're going back to December 2nd, I think 1980. I don't want to age anybody, right?
It's okay.
Because I remember the premiere. That's how old I am. Damn. 1983, Thriller came out. And Michael Jackson had a co-star with her fine man. Let me tell you how bad Ola Ray is and still is. Ola Ray's in the damn building today, dude. So special. We're gonna talk to her. She has a book. She has new music. She's gonna be, there's some TV stuff that she has going on, and it's just so much to talk about. The one and only, the iconic Ola Ray's in the building today on the AM Caffeine Show. Ola Ray! Woo! Oh my God!
Hey.
I can't hear myself.
Right.
What's up?
First of all, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
You for inviting me.
So dope.
I'm so honored to be here. I love you guys' show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Marlo J. You see who's next to you, dude? Do you see that right there? Who's next to you? You saw that, right?
I can't hear myself.
Why you can't hear yourself? Put on the headphones. Put on your headphones.
Control the control.
Okay.
Don't want nobody else to talk to
Marlo,
Ray but you.
Or you can control it yourself. Like, you see that right there?
Yeah, but that's already been a crazy town.
At any rate.
Anyway, you just don't want nobody else to talk to Ola Ray but you.
You ain't never lied about that. You figured me out. You figured me out.
Hear you, so,
and you looking great sitting there in that red jacket.
Hey, that's for you. So, Ola. Thriller came out in 1983.
Yes.
And to this day, 2018, it is definitely, like I said, one of the dopest videos ever made. How do you feel when you see that now? Like, if you just happen to watch, like, how do you feel when you see that video now?
I mean, I'm just so grateful to the fact that it's been 35 years later and we are still at #1. But when I see myself acting in that role, I mean, I was doing the thing. I was trying to represent. I was with Michael Jackson.
Right.
I had to come correct. I had to, bring it to the table, and that's what I did.
You know what I want to know? That outfit that you had on, who was that? Like, did you pick that outfit yourself?
Yes, I did, because when I first got there, they took me to wardrobe and they wanted to put on something nice and tight and slinky. And I'm like, no. I said, we're going to a movie theater. I said that I'm going to wear jeans.
That. Right.
And I asked Michael to, could I get something else? And he said, okay. And they went out and picked out some other stuff for me and brought back, for me something else to select. And it was the jeans.
Right. Was that Guess jeans? Was that Sergio de Valente?
It wasn't Guess jeans, but I went on my interview to see John Lennon, so I had on Guess.
Right.
I was in Guess jeans. But no, I don't know the name brand of them. But
right.
Yeah, I picked that.
You picked that little. No, that outfit was doing something.
Thank you.
It was doing something.
I mean, we're going to a movie.
First of all, y'all sound like impervy because she looked like a baby with the bow on her ponytail.
Oh, that was the other scene.
That was the other. That was the other scene
skirt.
with the poodle
right.
skirt.
Yeah, I played two characters.
Right,
yeah,
I remember
playing two characters.
But you talking about she like a baby.
No,
look like a baby.
No,
it's okay.
She was of age.
No, you were just a pervert.
Do I feel creepy? Am I supposed to feel a little creepy?
No, you're talking about the jean outfit,
I'm
right?
talking about this, but now she's making me feel kind of weird.
No, the poodle skirt.
Yeah, it was right.
The poodle skirt.
Yeah,
did look a little bit.
Little young, but it
was like 50s.
It was like 50s, like it was like happy. It was like Happy Days.
No,
that kind of
I
feeling.
Absolutely get it.
Right. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Y'all sound like some pervs.
She's just going somewhere else with it. It's okay.
So when you did that, was that your first? Because we know you were a model prior to that. Had you done a lot of acting before the video?
Wow. Okay. I started my career in Japan.
Okay.
At the age of 15. I was singing, modeling, and dancing. And then once I got back to the United States, I did Playboy.
Okay, right.
So I did that. And then I did a lot of commercials. I worked with Henry Winkler, Ron Howard, Eddie Murphy. I've done a lot of films, a lot of commercials. And then before I got that co-starring role with Michael.
Right.
So they came looking for you or you had to audition for it?
Well, I didn't audition. John Landis asked me to come to his office, but I think it was after he saw me in the Playboy magazine.
That'll do it.
He showed it to Michael, and it was like from there. I think that's how I got.
Michael
it.
was like, "It's close to me."
I like.
So after the video comes out and it does what it does, was it easier for you to get work?
Wow. Okay. Well, I have a book, right?
Yes, you have a book coming out.
It's called The Thrill of It All.
Right.
And in the book, I talk about that. It's like the rise and the fall of my career.
Right.
And it was. I went out on a lot of interviews, but there was a lot of Me Too things going on at that time.
Right.
I had a lot of producers coming at me telling me, okay, now that you did Thriller, if you want to go further, you got to do this and this and that and this and that. I'm like, oh, okay. And then so I kind of dropped out the picture after that.
Right.
Yeah.
Were there any residuals from Thriller? There was no royalties or anything like that?
All right. I didn't get paid. Okay, Thriller came out in 1983.
Yes.
I didn't get paid until 2 years after the fact. And
Wait.
Michael gave me the dopest contract.
Uh-huh.
I'm putting it in my book.
Right.
He's giving me licensing, merchandising, percentages,
right,
and everything. It's just I don't know who didn't want to pay me, but it wasn't Michael. I thought it was him at first.
Right.
But when I found out after going to court, and getting the paperwork and seeing what was actually going on, I found out that he was paying like the Screen Actors Guild or whatever.
Right.
So it's a
lot. You just don't know where the money went.
No. I know where.
Oh, you know where
it went.
it is.
Yeah,
Right.
But it's just so it wasn't him.
Right.
He was paying me.
Right.
But yeah, they and still to this day. And also with the settlement agreement that everybody think I signed, I did not sign a settlement agreement. That was a fake settlement agreement.
What settlement agreement?
Oh, they it was $92 million on the table in digital and $78 million in sales.
Good
and
Lord.
They tried to tell me that that's what I agreed to this $50,000 settlement. Anyway, in the book I talk about it.
Okay.
But yeah, there was no settlement. It was all fake.
It was all fake. So
it was double-digit millions on the table,
Right.
and they said that you settled for
$50,000.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
That don't even sound right
at all.
Well, you know how they do us.
So
everybody got paid but me. I'm just like.
So initially, was it just a scale through the Screen Actors Guild or was there?
No, Michael gave me percentage.
Right.
He gave me it was half. It was between me and him.
Wow.
He was so gracious and so generous.
Right.
You found that out 2 years later?
No. I knew it, but I'm saying they didn't give me my first check until 2 years later. The first check.
Right.
It still didn't amount to
what
was owed.
What Michael really agreed to with you. Yeah.
Right. So it's just, and now, they're getting ready to release Thriller 3D. So, I mean, they have released it. Yeah,
they have released it.
It's in IMAX right now.
It's in IMAX, right? Came out on the 21st. So now when that's re-released, is there a new contract that you have to do for clearances and all that stuff?
That's what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to renegotiate.
Right.
But they can do whatever they want. Come to find out.
Right. Who actually owns that? Is it not Michael's estate?
Michael originally owned Thriller. He wouldn't let anyone touch Thriller.
Right.
Because he used his own money to produce Thriller.
Right.
And then so since his passing, you have the estate.
Right.
John Branca, who was doing Thriller 3D, is John Branca and John Landis.
Right.
And then so I heard that Sony they sold their rights.
Right.
The estate.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I don't know.
Right.
I don't know who is owning what.
Right.
I'm in the process of trying to figure it out right now.
Wow.
It's Catherine.
You think
Catherine got all the money.
You think it's personally? I think it's Tito.
They sold the catalog. I heard. Well, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard they sold the catalog for $750 million.
Oh, right.
But can you imagine the whole catalog? How you gonna sell the Beatles, everything else that?
I think it might be Beatles. It might be some Elvis in there. All the stuff that Michael owned.
Why wouldn't you keep it in the family?
Well, you got all these outsiders making these decisions.
Yeah.
That's not. They're not representing the family.
Right. So you come back, like you said, after Japan. Where in Japan did you live?
I lived on Yokota Air Force Base.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I was 15. I went to school there, and I started singing and dancing and modeling and touring all over Tokyo. And I also worked as a geisha girl.
Wow. So how long were you there? Because I lived in Japan for 3 years. So
where?
I lived in all over, but I was really based in Osaka.
Okay.
But Tokyo, Kobe, Nagoya.
You know what's going on.
Everywhere.
Isn't it beautiful over there?
Loved it.
Oh, my God.
I did not want to come back.
Yeah.
I loved it.
My most favorite place to be in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
No hongo skoshi desu?
I kind of skoshi daket. I kind of don't remember. It's been so long. So it's just skoshi remember.
I don't know skoshi at all.
The skoshi means a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Okay. I have a question.
Please ask Marlo J.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You were a geisha?
Ooh, she came back to it.
Yeah, she did. No, you had to.
She caught on to that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because I saw the memoirs of the geisha. I saw the movie.
You synced it all.
I saw the movie, and I know to put the hair in this to make it look like a peach.
Right. I didn't go that far, but I dipped and dabbed into it a little
training
bit,
and
because not so much the training. This is just how it was, working at the clubs in Tokyo, So you have to read the book. I don't really want to go in.
You gonna talk about that? You talk about that in the book?
I talk about so many things. Can I even talk about what I talk about in the book?
You damn straight.
Damn Skippy.
Okay.
So wait, first off, before you get when is the book coming out? Is there a date?
We don't have a date yet. I just gave it to the publisher.
To the publisher, yeah.
So now they have to do what they got to do to it. We have to put the front cover on it and, do the editing and everything. So we're looking at maybe 4 to 5 months.
Right. How long was the when did you decide I'm going to write a book? And from the time that you decided to do that, how long did it take?
It's been 4 years.
Okay.
4 years in the making. And it's so weird that you asked me that because I didn't have a computer when I actually started typing.
You didn't have no typewriter.
I had a freaking tablet, and I used 2 fingers, and I typed like this. And then to make it so bad, and after I finished typing everything, I would hit the button. I was like, okay, and I thought it would save everything, and it wouldn't. And so I told my girlfriend, I'm like, what's wrong? What's going on? Why isn't it saving? She said, oh, you got to hit the auto save.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God. So I had to type with 2 fingers at least 3 or 4 times before I actually finished that part of the book. And
Right.
then after that, I went and got an Apple, and then I, finished doing the last draft, on a typewriter.
Right.
But it was 4 years in the making, and I went through a lot doing that book.
Where
Right.
do you start in your book? Where do you start in your life, and where do you end?
Okay, I began. It's a true story. And I began as a child living in St. Louis, Missouri.
Say that
Hey,
again.
that's where he's from.
Say it again.
Oh, hey, Midwest,
Hey.
the show me state, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I start there and how we live with my dad, and because of my dad's abuse and alcohol and abuse with my mom, we ended up leaving him, and then from there went to Sacramento, California, and from there went to Japan, came back, then went to work, then did the Playboy, then the other films, and then worked with Michael, and then it's a lot more after that. And
Right.
Do you end where you are right now?
Oh, no. Okay. Do I get to talk about it now? You guys? Can I
Yes.
get
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So after the rise of being the co-star of Michael Jackson and not receiving my residuals and everything and having to go down, I started doing drugs. I trying to commit suicide. I mean, I went to rehab. There was car bombings. There was the Me Too movement, sexual abuse, kidnappings. I mean, it was crazy.
Wow.
My life went
And
like
this is your autobiography.
basically my life story. It's a true life story, and I just really wanted to do it, first of all, to cleanse,
Right.
but second of all, to, if I can help anybody else that maybe have gone down the wrong path
Right.
in their lives, to let them know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can come back. Because it's so sad to see, like, a lot of our entertainers, have passed. We were Whitney and Michael, Prince, everybody.
Right.
They're not here today, and I just want to, hopefully, if I can, just give somebody some strength and let them know you can,
You can overcome anything.
Yeah, you can overcome
Yeah.
anything, and God has a plan. So as long as you just follow your passion, follow your light, whatever you're doing, just know that you can overcome it. And you can continue it. And so I want to give strength to all of our youth out there today, because they need it.
Do you think you, after, everything that happened with the Thriller video and all that, do you think that had a lot to contributing to, some of the depression and some of the
Yes.
stuff you were going through?
Of course,
Was
because,
of all that?
after 2 years, I'm like, okay, well, where's my paycheck?
Right,
You
right,
know?
right.
And I couldn't pay my bills. And so the options that were on the table for me were nothing that I would ever consider.
Right.
And so I'm stuck in Hollywood, and I'm like, and I don't know if because I said no to some of the biggest directors and producers in town, that maybe I was blacklisted.
Right.
And they weren't trying to give me any work because
Right.
they were all like, okay, if you do this and do that, you can work. All it does is not. And I refuse to do any of it. So yeah, I'm sure that had a lot to do with it. Me,
Yeah.
because after Thriller, I never did drugs before.
Right.
So after Thriller, everyone was coming to my house and they were like, putting it all out on the tables.
Right.
And I would let them do it and everything. And I'm like, okay, I'll clean up afterwards. It's like you guys can hang out or whatever, and afterwards I'll clean up and and then so. But after so many times of doing it, I said, okay, let me try it. And then after I tried it, then it was like, okay, then on the weekends, on the holidays, and then eventually, you got to the point where you're like doing it a lot, and then like you said, the depression of just having to go through all this, not working, and all that, it just kind of got to me. So yeah. But it's okay because, the drug bust in my house, that's a whole other story. No one knows about what happened there either. And I was dating an undercover cop, and no one knows that. They just see me coming out of my house. I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube.
Wait, he was an undercover cop?
I was dating an undercover cop, and he got mad at me for something and called his boys in and set me up, and that's that whole thing that happened to me when you guys see me coming out of my house.
Oh,
Right.
that's shady.
Anyway, I talk about everything that happened to me in the book, so
So, Marlo, did you have something to say?
I did, but now I'm thinking about other stuff.
Right.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I've gone through so much, and that's how come I just want to really make sure and, let all the listeners know that, any of you guys that are out there going through something, I just want to let you know that, as long as you pray and believe in Jesus and just know that you can overcome anything that, that is in your path, just know that you can do it. I did it. And I'm good to go. And
right.
I love life right now. I love being happy. I love this joy. I love this happiness. I love this peace that I have in my life. And I just want to share it with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just want everybody to know.
How long did it take you to get to
feeling.
that? Was there one defining moment where you just like, I was
praying
like that?
Well, you know what? I've been praying the whole time. I'm a praying woman. I come from a very, religious background. And so I've always been a praying woman. So I was just waiting for God to bring it to me.
Right.
I was just praying the whole time for it to come out. But there wasn't any defining moment. It was just me making up my mind that this is not my life. You know, it's like I never started off like this. And I know this is not what Jesus or God intended for me to be. I've been in the entertainment industry ever since I was like 15 years old. Like I said, I started in Tokyo. And so this was just something that happened to me. And it's like I knew that this wasn't something that I wanted to continue doing the rest of my life. I wanted to get back to work.
Right.
So I just, once I came to that conclusion, got help, went into rehab. And then, just came out, and then I had a beautiful daughter. My daughter's like 23 years old.
Nice,
her name is I Am, and I raised her and left L.A.
Right.
And so now I'm coming back.
Back, ready to go.
I'm coming back, ready to go.
All right, so Smooth D.
Man.
Ola Ray's coming back. We have new music.
Yeah.
So how do we want to do this? Do we want to play Ola's new song before the mix, or do we want to play it after the mix and make it an exclusive? You tell me how you want to do it.
I defer to our guests.
Ola, do you want to introduce this new song? Let's do that. Let Ola introduce this new song, and we're gonna blast off like that right here on the AM Caffeine Show, exclusive. The one and only Ola Ray's in the building. Let us know what this song is, Ola.
Okay, the first song is called "You Know You Want It," and I wrote this song right before I came back to LA, which is like almost 3 years ago, and I wanted to tell everyone why I left. So the song is basically saying why I bounced, and it was because of all the riffraff and everything I was going through, and basically talking about the Me Too movement. I mean, this should be the freaking Me Too movement anthem.
Right.
But so I wrote it like 3 years ago, and I just wanted to explain to everyone, why I left and what I had to go through. And so this is the song about it.
All right, brand new joint, Ola Ray. So Smooth D, give me some sirens, give me some fanfare, give me a little bit of something before we get into that. It's brand new Ola Ray in the dang building, dude. That's what I'm talking about right there. AM Caffeine Show exclusive, brand new joint by Ola Ray. So AM Caffeine Show, don't go nowhere. Smooth D in the mix. AM Caffeine Show, Ola Ray in the building. We started off that first mix with the song from Ola. So Ola, what's the idea for your project? Are you trying to put out an EP, an album, just singles? What's the plan?
Well, right now I'm just like putting out singles, but of course I would love to do a record label, get a record deal, and do a,
Right.
But for now, that's what I'm doing with the music. But other things,
You have any visuals, any videos to go
I have
with it?
videos. I brought it for you guys.
We need to see that.
Yeah.
I want y'all to
It's on YouTube. You guys can go to it. You know you want it on YouTube.
We know you want it. You ain't never lied. We want it.
You'll see me. You'll see me. But
down.
that's just one song.
Put your hands down.
Did I get mad excited?
You got way excited.
Like I was on I was on Space Mountain. Like, hey!
You didn't hit him with a wee.
Listen, I want y'all to know that Ola Ray is in here in a good old thigh-high boot.
Get your thigh
high.
Yo, those are hot.
Glitter boots, honey.
Yes,
she didn't
they're
come
all
in to play.
diamonds.
She didn't come to play?
I could see her slithering across a camera or two.
I came here to hang on with you guys this morning.
right.
And you know what? I am kicking it because I love it.
Right.
Don't put me in the studio with the music all banging all loud like this because it's on.
Let's go.
Okay.
I can't sit in my seat. I have to be up on the floor jamming.
Dance to every song.
Yes, I'm not playing.
Yes, I like it all. I got a question.
Thank you, darling.
Go ahead, Marlo Jack. What's up?
And I know everybody wants to know, and nobody hasn't asked.
I was about to, and I bet I know it. Go ahead, Marlo.
But
nope.
Go ahead.
don't try and take it once I say
No, I
it.
won't.
Like, yeah, that's exactly
I'm gonna be
what I was
honest.
gonna
I'm gonna be
Exactly
honest.
what I
I'm
was
gonna be
gonna say.
honest. Go ahead, Marlo. I'm gonna be honest.
So I need to know, was there anything
I
romantic
knew it.
between you and Michael?
I knew that's what it was.
So wait, because this is the thing, because y'all was like real cozy on a lot of different scenes.
Yes, we were.
And I want to know if on the set, did it get hot and steamy? And 2, did you guys keep in touch afterward? And 3, does he talk that high pitched in regular life?
Oh, okay. Let's start with the last one. No, he doesn't. I mean, he talks really soft and everything when he does his interviews, but in person, he was so outgoing. He was so funny. He thought he had jokes. He had a lot of personality. We were like laughing and joking and had so much fun the whole time we were working on the set. And pictures tell a lot. If you really look at the pictures with me and Michael, you can see that there was
some chemistry there.
There was something going on. And but in the book, I talk about what happened behind closed doors.
Oh,
Now hold on.
we gotta wait for the book. Come
Yeah,
on.
well,
No,
you
no.
know.
Hey, I got a question.
Go ahead, Marlo.
Did you see Michael's penis?
Okay, Marlo. Boom.
Was it a thriller? Okay. I don't know if I should answer that question.
He did have the song "Beat It."
Yeah, but no.
Did he?
Did he want to be starting something?
Definitely wanted to be starting something. Okay, I'll give that one to you. But I've seen enough.
Right. Oh, she's seen it.
I've seen enough.
Hey. Marlo.
Be starting something.
Yes.
Ola Ray be starting something.
She got to be starting something. Marlo, that's
He
the
hasn't
question
said
that
it.
I was going to ask it different, but
No,
great.
he wanted
great.
to be starting something.
Great. Yeah, I know. I know
He's
he
the one
did.
who wanted to be starting
I
something.
know he
I'm
did.
the one who was like,
You're like,
I don't know.
ah.
You talking to me about Brooke Shields? I don't know.
Oh.
You can't talk to me about Brooke Shields and think you want this. No, I'm just joking.
I'm just serious.
I'm only serious.
No, I'm not. I'm just talking
Right.
mess because I'm talking to you guys about that. I'm telling you that from my own mind, but that's not in the book. It's a totally different story. But,
Right.
I mean, she was like, because you know what? I heard you with Brud. And he was like, no, Brooke, they just, be saying that for stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You're the real 10.
He was
Yeah. So, question, when was okay, it's actually a 2-part question. Where were you when you heard of his passing?
Ooh. Okay, I was living in Sacramento.
Uh-huh.
And I was home one morning, and the next thing I know, I'm hearing this knock at my door, and it was very early, and I got up, and I'm like, who is it? And they're like, we're the news. And I'm like, well, what do you want? And they said, well, turn the news on. And I went and turned the news on, and afterwards I saw it on TV, and I just freaking started screaming. I went into shock.
Right.
And it was so weird because I looked outside my door, and it was like so many people, so many camera crews set up from every freaking radio, a news station. And I'm like, why are you guys here over here on my lawn?
Right.
But and then I talked to my mom, and my mom was like, Ola, well, they feel like you're one of the closest persons to Michael, and they need confirmation. They need some condolences or whatever, and they need you to go out and let everyone know that it's real or whatever. And so my mom coaxed me into going out to say something to the public because I couldn't do it. I mean, it was so weird. My girlfriend's granddaughter was over. She's like 5 years old, and she was holding my hand, and she was like saying, Ola, you can do this. Come on, you can do this. And she walked me to the door and everything. And it's like,
Right.
So you guys kept in touch?
Yeah, I saw Michael another time when he was doing the Bad album.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, at the studio in Westlake.
Okay.
Because I was there recording my music.
Right.
And I found out he was in the building. So, I went over there and I talked to him. But the conversation we had was kind of weird because, well, once you read the book, you'll understand. It was something that he had told me prior to us finishing Thriller. regarding something about us,
right,
and what the situation was and what it wasn't and why it couldn't and why it could be. And it was a whole situation. And so I hadn't talked to him
since then.
Right. And so now I'm seeing him again at the studio, and I said, now I know who you're talking about. Now I know what happened. Da, 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 da.
It made sense after.
Yeah, because, you know, he was like giving me so much information, but he wasn't telling, saying, I promise, you know, whatever.
Right.
So, but, so after I saw him, I looked at him and I said, yeah, so now I know what you're talking about. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, can you please have lunch? And I'm like, no, you know.
You said you played him out? You played Michael out?
Yeah, I was like, no, you know, I was just playing with him. You know, I didn't think that would be the last time that I would see him.
Yeah.
What about, are you close with any of the other Jacksons, or do you know any of them or keep in touch with any of them?
I don't keep in touch with them, but I was invited to the This Is It, and I hung out with the family. I love everybody. Jermaine, Jackie, Marlon, Tito, they're all so cool. Brandy,
super cool. Yeah.
Janet. What about Janet?
Janet did not show up to any of the events, and the mom didn't either.
What about LaToya?
LaToya didn't come either.
I mean, well, Dan, you want to know about Reby too?
Yeah, I was about to say,
no,
what about Reby?
none of the girls. Just the boys.
Just the guys.
Yeah.
AM Caffeine Show. So, Ola, you have this music that you're working on. There's another song that we're going to play. What is the name of that song? And tell me the origin of putting that song together.
Okay, this song is called Ain't Nobody Like You. And I wrote this for Michael. I just released it on his past anniversary death date past year. So,
okay.
For the first time, so
we're going to get into this. You know,
I think I saw the video for this
I'm wearing a blonde wig with a black lace outfit with some diamonds across my neck.
Yeah, I saw this video.
Yeah, I put it out. I put it out there for his birthday. I put it out everywhere for everybody.
How do you feel when his either the anniversary of his passing or when his birthday comes? You
know what? Every year I have to go through these emotions because of all the fans, and you know, I love all Michael Jackson fans. It seemed like they've adopted me. You know, it's like, you know, they all come to me now, and which is good, you know, and I'm like hurting, you know, right along with them. I go up to Forest Lawn and I'd spend time with them and, you know, console them and, you know, and everything. So, you know, I'm trying to, I mean, I can't say that I can walk into Michael's footsteps because, you know, those are some big feet to follow. But, you know, as far as spreading the love and wanting to just be true and, you know, spread the word of joy and happiness around the world, you know, so everybody can, like, you know, just try to come together and stop, you know, put the guns down. I want to say that. Put the guns down. You know, everybody needs, you guys need to put the guns down. We need to come together. We need to unite. We need to love each other. We are all brothers and sisters, and you guys need to know that if you're going through any problems or any pain or anything like that, that, you know, you guys, it's not the end. You guys can overcome. If you read my book or whatever, and hopefully I'll give you a little inspiration, you guys can overcome any obstacle that is in your way, and just, you know, just know what your passion is in your life and follow that and love God and love Jesus, and you'll be okay.
All right, so Smooth D, let's get into this second selection by Ola Ray.
Second selection.
All right, brand new joint once again. Ola Ray video is out now on YouTube, correct?
Ain't Nobody Like You.
Ain't Nobody Like You. AM Caffeine Show. Ola Ray's in the building. Let that go, Smooth D.
You here, day and night by my side. don't ever go away. Baby, please don't change. 'Cause ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. You. 'Cause ain't nobody like you. Baby, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. So making it work. When you're making this work. When you're making it work.
AM Caffeine Show, Ola Ray in the building. Okay, Ola, that has a nice little feel to it, Smooth D.
Yeah.
Thank you
It's
so
got a
much.
nice little smooth. It's kind of smooth right there.
Thank you. That was for Michael.
That was for Michael.
Yep.
So how many songs do you have recorded presently?
God, I have at least about 9.
Like 9?
Yeah.
And you just going to continue to record until you can kind of narrow it down to...
I just want to like put it out there, see what the people like, see what what they're feeling, what they're not feeling. I have everything on YouTube, so I'm seeing where it goes. But I'm open to do other music. If I can get some better tracks and get some, get a deal, that would be even better.
Right. Coming up October 20th, so you're going to be in England.
Yes.
So what exactly is For the Love of Horror? What is that?
Love of Horror. I think it's like, just an event where they're going to have like a lot of horror film actors attending, and we're all going to be like signing autographs and everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Then,
have you been to London before?
Yes, I've been all over Europe.
All over Europe.
Yeah.
Dope.
I've never been to Manchester, England though, so
it's the first time for that.
This will be a first.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so
Navi, or you're gonna say somebody? One of the Michael Jackson impersonators, Navi.
Okay,
he's pretty well known.
Oh yeah, he is well known. Yeah.
He's gonna be there.
Okay,
and I don't know, we might end up doing a little something.
Little something. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be super cool.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm looking forward to that. So that's gonna be on the 20th and the 21st of October.
October.
Yes.
All right, so you have that coming up. We know that Thriller 3D, right, came out on the 21st.
Yes.
And that's in all IMAX across the nation. That's everywhere.
No, it's worldwide.
It's worldwide.
It's worldwide. They brought it back out.
Yeah, that's super dope.
I know that is so high. I'm so blessed for them, to have done that.
To do that.
It was John Landis and
Did you know before? Like, did they contact you? Like, we're doing this, or you? How did you find out?
No,
you found it like how we found out. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much. But no, I was in Germany, and I was there, and Quincy Jones, he was also there performing.
Right.
And I had found out over the freaking internet, and so I went and talked to Quincy.
Like, Q, what's happening?
Yeah, I went and talked to him. And, that was at the time that he had filed his lawsuit.
Right.
And, once he got back into town, he went through his thing and he won his deal.
Yeah.
But, I just found out. And so I cut my trip short.
Right.
And came back to the United States. But still, I haven't heard from anyone. No one has tried to contact me.
Yeah, we got to go find
it.
We got to get that bag.
I am not trying to do another 35 years.
Exactly. We got to go get that money.
What I went through before.
Right.
Okay. This is not going to happen.
That's right.
I don't know. I'm going to pray to God and hope, he's going to deliver this from me.
Yeah. We can always hire like Jacoby and Myers. We need to
hire somebody. Somebody need to come to my rescue.
Right. Somebody got to cut her. Somebody got to cut all her check. What'd you say, Marlo?
I was asking, are you still in LA or do you live in LA?
I just recently moved back.
Okay.
So I'm here. I'm ready to work.
That's right.
Let's do it. Let's get back on the road.
All right. So, your new book. We're looking for that. That's The Thrill of It All.
The Thrill of
Correct.
It All.
And we don't have a date yet, but I'm sure you will continue to let folks know through social media and stuff like that.
Media, yeah.
So what is are you heavy on Instagram, Twitter?
I'm pretty full on one of my Facebooks.
Okay.
But then I have another page with me and Michael. on the picture, and then I have a Instagram. You know, I'm not that illiterate with
You're not
this
that
yet.
savvy yet?
I'm learning.
Okay.
But yeah, then I have an Instagram that says Ola Marie Ray. So if everyone you know watch out for that, I will be posting. But then I also have something else. I don't know.
No, go ahead. What you got?
I just have one other thing that I'm working
Speak
on
on
right
it.
now.
Speak
You know,
on
I
it.
just want to
Speak
let
on it.
everybody know because I'm so proud of it. It's something that I'm working on because I want to give back to the community, and I want to put together a platform for dancers.
Okay.
You know, like the way we had it back in the day, like with Soul Train, or you know the that other show. What's his name?
American Bandstand, Solid Gold.
Exactly,
you heard all that?
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to put something together like that.
Like
you
that.
know, because I just feel like, you know, all the dancers from back in the day, you know, all the choreographers, the best choreographers that we have today, they all started from, you know, American Bandstand and from, you know, the other show.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
So this is something that is more of just like dance performance and
Right,
show versus
exactly.
competition.
Exactly. No competition at all. I just want everyone to come with their A game. You know, I'm going to be submitting, you know, the flyers soon. I'll be posting them on my Instagram for everybody to, you know, to come if they like to audition for it. But basically, it's just a platform for everyone to just come and do their thing and, you know, just, you know, showcase your talent.
Your talent.
Yeah.
Is your background in dance?
God, oh, yeah. Well, you know, I've been dancing ever since I was 3 years old and then professionally in Tokyo at the age of 15. But I've also studied ballet, you know, at LA City for a minute. So, yeah, I have a little bit of
You got a little bit of something?
A little bit of
A little bit of
background.
this, a little bit of
Yeah,
that.
little bit.
You guys didn't see her dancing to Poison? She got a little something. All right,
I
AM
studied
Caffeine
theater,
Show.
You know, I did some things. You know,
Right.
I went to school.
All right.
I
AM
studied
Caffeine Show.
a little bit.
A little
Yeah. So I always get to study you guys, you know. So, hey,
Indeed.
for all of you out there that's not doing what you need to be doing, hey, you can go to your laptop and do it.
That's right.
You don't have to go and apply to a college. You can
I
just
say it all the time.
go to school and, you know,
YouTube
major in
is the
something,
best
you know,
professor.
from your computer.
That's right. What'd you say, Marla? Who's the best?
I say it all the time. YouTube is the best professor.
You ain't never lied
You
about
can learn
that.
anything on YouTube.
Anything.
Right. You're right. All right. AM Caffeine Show, way back Wednesday. Such a special show, and I really, really appreciate Ola Ray for hanging out with us. Been a fan since, man,
I appreciate you.
83, right?
Thank you so much.
No,
thank
thank you.
all of you guys so much. I've had so much fun
We
in
did
here
too.
kicking it with you
Good.
guys. Hey.
So
Come on
once
back.
again, give them your Instagram again.
My Instagram is Ola Marie Ray.
Ola Marie Ray. New music coming out, a book coming out, and any acting in the future? Are you trying to get into some TV and film, maybe?
Of course, you know, I want to get back into it. I just finished shooting, you know, my pictures for, you know, my headshots and
Right.
everything that I need to have to, you know, send out to the
Submissions
agents.
and stuff.
Yeah, so I just finished doing that, and so I'm really looking forward to working with a lot of people coming up soon, some movies and films.
All right, y'all. So Ola Ray's out here. She back in these streets,
In
man.
these streets.
She's back in these streets, ready to work. Make sure you follow her on Facebook as well as Instagram. It's the AM Caffeine Show. Marlo J, what's up? You look like you want to say something.
I do. I wanted to know what would you say your ideal role would be if someone said, you know, I'm going to write a movie and I want you to be in it. What do you want it to be about?
I want to freaking play a crazy ass maybe I shouldn't say it, but a dramatic role.
Okay.
I want to play a very, very dramatic, crazy ass person because, you know, I've gone through a lot in my life and I really think that I could bring it and show it.
Right.
I just want to know, did y'all see the Emmys and Regina King won?
Hey,
That's his girl.
wait, so before we
didn't see
get
it.
before we get out of here, and actually when I saw that, Marlo, you were the first person I
Because
thought
I
about.
told y'all to
You
watch
did. Give me
it.
some. Give me
What
some.
role
Give me
was
some.
it?
High
I
five.
missed
7
it.
seconds.
So there's
Was it a very dramatic, crazy?
Very
Yeah,
person?
dramatic. It
yes.
wasn't crazy.
No,
She
she
was
was
just
she
very
was
emotional
she was
mother.
dope.
Oh, okay.
It was great.
I have to check that out.
Check it out. 7 seconds. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Super dope. Shout out to Regina King. Love her to death.
Hey,
So
girl, congrats,
talented.
Congrats.
Absolutely. All right, AM Caffeine Show. We're out of time here. So on behalf of the whole AM Caffeine Show crew, We appreciate everybody rocking with us. We'll be back on Friday.
I love you guys.
And thank you to Ola Ray. Anytime you have music, projects.
Thank you so much.
It's an open door policy right here at the AM Caffeine Show.
I appreciate it.
We up out of here. Smooth D.
Yeah.
I think we're going to leave with
Happy
something,
Halloween.
right?
We're going to leave on some old school. So I'm going to just drop it like this.
Just drop it like that. AM Caffeine Show.
Oh my God.
You about to